Okay, what about now? Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yes.
What?
It's a
Girl.
huge difference.
That first video was
Really?
doing bad.
Oh
Yes,
my
you need
You
to
need to
god.
do a check, a set check
Run it
before you
back.
start.
I tried. I was it.
perfect.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
Man,
We in a whole nother station.
okay.
Yeah, hold up. I gotta get me some
Okay.
ice, man.
Oh my
yeah, I had to do
god.
that one.
I should have
Look,
camera checked.
Nah, you good? You good? I mean, hey, everything can't be perfect in life.
Oh yes, honey, you are absolutely correct. What you doing? You getting something to drink?
I'm just getting me some ice to drink downstairs.
Okay.
All right, we good.
So
No, go ahead and ask a question.
yeah,
I'm not gonna
so
lie. I'm a little bit lost. What kind of what question?
I'm about to explain. I'm talking about walls on
Please,
men.
please. I didn't know men had walls.
Okay, right. Which is why we're talking about it because a lot of people don't know that. So, you know, just how Cardi B was talking about the WAP and you do those Kegel exercises and you get it right, get it tight. Okay, cool. So for the same thing applies for what do you call it? Men with their exercises. So men can actually do Kegel exercises as well. And what that does is it makes their pelvic floor muscles stronger so that they can have better blood flow through their penis when they do get erect, so they can have better erections and better orgasms. So, you know, sometimes, and you know, I'm pretty sure that you don't just see a bunch of different penises. Well, you know,
I don't.
women see
I
a lot of
don't.
different penises, okay? So I've seen quite a few penises. And, you know, sometimes they can literally, they'll get erect and they're like erect like this, or they're erect like this, or they're erect like that. And, you know, these, that's an indication that
But then
those
look, hold on, hold
walls
on.
are
Hold on.
weak.
Stop. It's going down. What the?
Right. This is the indication that he ain't got no walls.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
So
So, oh, I get what you're saying because you know how old niggas be like, I can't get up. Is that what you're
I
saying?
have fallen and I cannot get up. Yes.
Oh shit!
Because
Yeah, that is.
but
So
listen, but you do some
you
Kegels.
you ain't never know how like an old head be like, yo, I can get harder. Some old niggas be like, yo, I still can get it. Some niggas can't get that shit. Bro, apparently they be like, I'm fucking 45 years old or 55 years old.
Don't they call that like ED?
Yeah, that means that shit limp. Limp dick. Okay,
Right.
I get what you're saying, Klima.
Yeah, so but I'm
Trying to
just
follow.
like, you know, people really be out here with limp penis thinking that they really doing something. And it's like you can't last as long with a limp penis. Your orgasms don't feel as great. And really it's just trash. You're giving me trash. But if you are healthy and you doing what you're supposed to do and you are having a good erect penis, like and another thing that we was talking about was veins. So veins is a good sign.
I mean, the blood flowing.
Correct. Correct. So if you got some veins going on, then you already know that you probably have yourself a good penis. Like if there's no veins, probably don't want you.
You know what? And that's why I didn't want to just, because you threw me the fuck off. And I kind of get what you're saying because
Yeah.
niggas don't stick.
I
I don't
just
know. I don't.
I'm just trying to say, they be walking around here, no, man, like she ain't got no walls, her walls loose. Meanwhile, you bust out the bando, and you want to talk about her?
Yo.
Come on, can't even sit up. Y'all always talking about putting a cup on the butt and let's see how it sit. You can't even lift, your penis can't even sit up.
You're right, but
I just,
my question is, pause. My question is, you've experienced.
No.
How old are these? I'm not saying.
I understand.
How old are these niggas?
Listen.
How old are these niggas? Because
let me tell you, it completely does not matter. You don't even have to be an old man to deal with this. Like, dudes your age are dealing with this, honey. Why? Because they're constipated. They not eating no broccoli. They drinking alcohol every single day. Like, come on. Can't even run for 30 minutes. Something.
Oh, shit.
So, it's a lot of different people, but as far as how many have I seen in person? No, I haven't even seen that in person. But seeing that I do a lot of research, I've seen these things, and people ask me for advice a lot of the time. So people send me pictures and videos all the time. So,
oh, really?
Maybe that way. But as far as in person, I could never accept a fallen penis.
Damn.
I could never.
Well, I'm not saying damn you shouldn't, but I'm just like, damn. She said no broccoli, no sugar, no sugar, no.
Come on.
Oh, listen.
That was just kind of like a PS.
That was just. So I've never heard of no shit. Like, I thought it was only old heads. That is crazy.
No, it's some youngins.
Like this.
Khaled. There's some youngins too.
Yo.
I mean, my thing is this. I suggest that all men look in the mirror and turn to the side. You know how y'all used to take the measuring tape and see how long it was and all that kind of stuff? No, stand in the mirror. Some people, a lot of people would do that. But
insecurity. But go ahead.
Stand in the mirror and see if you can lift your penis. And as a matter of fact, the next time your penis gets hard, look in the mirror and see if it is erect like this, if it's erect like this, or it's erect like this. Okay?
There's any men on here, about a third of y'all niggas is about to do that shit. That is.
Yes, get up and do that. And then that's how you can tell her that, yeah. You need to tell them that you have a good penis.
Yeah,
but you may not have a good penis. And don't wait for her to tell you that, or don't ruin her night like that. Don't ruin her day. Figure that out for yourself before you're out here. So look in the mirror and, a word just came to me. Drink some water. Drink some water. Wow. This is a PSA. It came to me. It came to me. This is a PSA. I just want you guys to understand. Don't wait for the girl to tell you that your penis not hitting on nothing. Look in the mirror and try to lift it up. And if it can't go nowhere, then you need to stay where you at.
Say this. Save yourself the embarrassment. Because I know this one. I know this. One thing men, the worst thing a woman could do. I seen this. I don't know. I think it was a Tyler Perry show, and it was on Facebook. And I don't watch that show. I'm just saying I don't watch that show. But this nigga, he thought he was getting it in, and this woman completely just like annihilate, whatever the word is. She completely just was like, what the fuck you doing with this thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna do what? She completely he's like, bitch, you gonna get killed saying shit like that. Like, she was completely like, that shit was terrible. And that's one thing I know, if a woman were to do to a man, unless he was completely confident, and you have to be on a whole nother level. Like, you have to nobody could ever complain about. He thought he was giving it all from what it looked like on the little show or whatever. And a lot of people probably have seen this little flick, but she was completely disrespectful. She was like, who you gonna kill with that thing? I hope the gun don't look like this. I hope it ain't that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, you're right. Save yourself the embarrassment,
Yeah.
I would say. But yeah,
now that you know how to,
I
do the check
thought
now.
about it like that.
You know how to do the check now. And, you know, this is a PSA. And everybody.
I'll piggyback on this, though. That's why women shouldn't fake orgasms, though. Because if you fake an orgasm and you fucking with a nigga with a limp dick and he feeling like you, don't get mad after the 5th night.
That is a bad combo.
Exactly. That's why I said I don't really think men do that, because men have we have a mandate. We have a mission. There is something we're trying to get from this. And when we look, a lot of men do judge a woman by its cover. They don't just, oh, I feel like the insides of her. I feel like, not the insides of her pussy or vagina or however you want to put it, but I feel like who she is will make me come. No. I feel like because she got a fucking wagon, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That is why I'm trying to, you know, break that back down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's why men do that shit. It's not because of who you are. It's because of, you know, what's all on the outsides. Don't confuse men at all, because men are not trying to be confused at all. And that's the difference. So that's why I don't believe in fake orgasms at all. If you like this person, then you should teach them on what you think that they should do. And if they're helpless, then that's a whole nother story. But I didn't think about it like that. I don't have that problem. So I'm not worried about other men's problems. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think about, and you actually just taught me something. I didn't know that there is a way for you to be able to see that men have walls. And I took it literally. Like, I'm like, men have walls? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
you just taught me something totally different. And you're right.
Awesome. Well, good. I'm glad. Okay, so we have a question that came in, and the question was, do drugs like X pills make the penis go up higher?
Okay, so I don't do drugs, so I can't tell you. I've never done any type of, I mean, if you consider marijuana a drug, then I don't know, it's a downer. But that's the only thing I've ever done. I can't really speak on that. But I think that if you do a certain amount of drugs, then it can affect the body in a positive or negative way, just off of what other people say. But some people talk a lot of shit, because a nigga could have popped a perk and he could have been like, yeah, man, she was doing all this, that, the third, and she was making this sound and that sound, and she sounded like this. But y'all could be faking it. That's why I say don't fake nothing at all. That's not no positive shit. So I can't really answer that question.
Well, I mean, I can't answer the question as far as I have a penis and or have ever tried that, but it does definitely make it go up higher, because you have to think about it's putting your body in a vulnerable state. So you're more susceptible to sensations, whether it be your smell, your taste, touch, like all of your
drug though?
senses.
Ecstasy?
Mm-hmm.
Ecstasy is a very sensitive drug, so I can agree.
Right. So I'm saying, so you're going to get altered to that state to where certain things are going to make you feel more intense feelings. Excuse me if that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. I've had ecstasy will keep your ass up all fucking night, from what I've been told, but I've never had that with anybody. I've wanted to, but I've never tried it with anybody, unfortunately.
Yeah, I just know that people, they be doing all that sweating running around, busybody with a hard penis. They walking around, they running around like a rabid dog.
Okay, so
Like,
just like this though, I've also had it where it depends on who you are, because I listened to this interview with, if you know who Fat Joe is, and again Gilly the Kid, or Gilly the King, Killy the Kid, whoever he goes by, but he said that Fat Joe said that when he smoked weed, Gilly the King, he smokes weed all fucking day. And you know me, I used to smoke weed all fucking day. I don't smoke weed no more. But there's some people that get paranoid to the point where they just can't deal. And he said that, Fat Joe said that when he first smoked his first blunt, that he knew that it was not for him. And he went outside butt ass naked. Fat Joe. Nobody
people
wants
be
to
having
see
a
that.
lot of butt naked experiences with their first time smoking weed.
Not me, but I'm just saying, I've never experienced anybody doing that shit either. But what I'm saying is that it just depends. A lot of our topics really depends on the individual, and that's my point. So just because this person popped ecstasy and performed well doesn't mean that this person, the next person, or the next person will. So I don't want people to feel like, everybody is totally different.
I'm confused now. I don't remember what we were talking about. I do apologize.
We were talking about, you were talking about performance and taking drugs, and so what I'm saying is that what I was just saying that everybody's drug experience isn't different, because
it's
when
different.
I would smoke weed, and when I would find somebody else like, oh, I thought you look like you would smoke weed, and their experience has been a negative experience compared to my experience, where I actually
everything is just not for everybody, including people. And I think that people just need to realize that, like, everything is not made for you. Everything's not going to work out. Everything's not. But yeah. Let me see if I have any more questions, because I feel like I do at least 2 more questions. But there is a question that I have. So I get asked a lot of questions about like couple stuff, like how to spice things up in the bedroom, like if you run out of ideas and all that kind of stuff. And I'm not in a relationship, but I've given advice off what I feel, are good solutions for those type things. So what do you feel are best practices to take when it comes to when it comes to trying to spice things up in the bedroom when you're in a relationship because things have gotten boring? And also, part 2 of that question, what do you consider to be boring?
Second one is a good question. The first one I can actually answer immediately. You need to pay attention. So sometimes people don't want, or your significant other, because you're talking about relationship shit, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be like they'll give hints. You got to pay attention. You got to really be aware of those hints, because it's almost like work. I always told people this. My boss be like, oh, you showed up 5 minutes late. My father always told me that he might like my boss might like my personality, but he can be trying to just tell me on the sly that nigga show up on time. You know what I'm saying? And even though we are cool and all, eventually that's going to get annoying. You know what I'm saying? So you need to pay attention to the hints very much, because that person is really not trying to say like, you kind of grazed me a little bit with your teeth when you was giving me head or whatever, as an analogy. But I'm really trying to tell you, like, bitch, you fucking my dick up. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop biting my shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's just me saying from
Okay, you just trying to say it. You say it in a nicer way.
Or like with women, like I want to say this for all the men. At first, it's almost like with head. At first, when I was young, very, very young, you know what I'm saying? Like, your goal is not to just please yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Your goal
Right.
is to make
So
sure that
all
you
I'm
please
hearing from you is communication. That's all I'm hearing.
communication, but you also have to listen, because sometimes people
Right.
can speak how they feel,
But
but the other person is not listening at the same
that's
time.
that's the most important part when it comes to communication, though, is listening. So
You're right.
yes, I completely agree.
The
You
second
definitely have
question.
to.
What was the second question again?
What do you consider to be boring?
Not shitting on the last. What I consider to be boring.
Uh-huh.
Not shitting on the last uh, show that you had, but I hate missionary. Like,
Okay.
even if I'm in love, like I gotta look at.
So
I
let me
like
get
to
this
look at
right.
that ass.
You said
I'm
that you hate missionary.
What are we doing?
Okay, no, I understand.
That's just me.
That's fine.
Because
Are you able to explain why?
is I don't want anybody to feel wrong. I'm gonna start with that. If your fetish is missionary, then it's that's your
It is
fetish.
100% okay, but this is a
It's
judgment-free
okay.
zone,
It's
and we
okay.
speak our truths in here. So his
It's
truth may
almost
not
like,
be
okay.
your
I'm gonna go
truth,
back.
but it may be your truth. So it's okay.
I'm gonna go back to me when I said that if I'm getting head, yeah, I love the tip, but if my dick disappear, there's one thing when you were hitting when you're hitting it from the back and your shit is just gone and all you see is just cheeks. I love it when the cheeks hit your fucking. I can't even see my fucking abs. You know what I'm saying? That that's just. I just don't like fucking missionary. If you're gonna be doing missionary,
Okay.
if you're a kisser, then that's totally different.
I
I
mean,
don't
that
want you
totally
to feel.
makes sense. That totally makes sense.
That's just me.
Okay, some women have voice that they feel like they don't really like doing like doggy style or anything like that because they feel like they too cute to be turned around. You need to look at their face. Would you?
Not shitting on any. Because like I
Yes,
said, women
it's
are beautiful. Women are beautiful for many different reasons, but it's almost like the girl on Instagram that like to take all the back shots. She might have a cute face. She might be fine as fuck in the face, but she all this, all that, every motherfucking photo. She wants you to see that ass. She is not that girl. I'm just gonna say that right there. I'm just gonna say that right now and there. She is not that girl. She wants you to see that ass when you waxing that ass.
I know. I mean,
Especially if
but
she had her ass done.
yeah,
If she had her
it's a
ass
lot of
done,
people. It's a lot of people who are I mean, it's a lot of people who are into that stuff. I just know that I hear a lot of times from females that I'm too cute to be turned around. I'm too cute for the lights to be off and all that kind of stuff. So I was just wondering what you thought about it.
for the lights to be off.
Yeah. I mean, you've never heard that before? I talk to a lot of people about a lot of things. So what I hear may not be what other people hear, but you've never heard that before? Like, So, well, some people don't.
I
Some people
don't.
don't like
To be
having
honest
sex
with
in the
you,
dark.
that's like a nigga. I'm just gonna give you my point of view. If a
Hmm.
nigga were for women, if a nigga were the only one to fuck you with the lights off, like no, turn off the lights. I'm not taking nothing up. Like, what the fuck are you hiding? Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of
Wait.
weird.
You said, what are you hiding?
That's how I feel. Like I've
If
had,
if they want to do it,
sometimes I've learned that.
if they want
Sometimes
to do it, if it's a non-negotiable, like they have to do it in the dark all the time. That's what you're saying.
either or. I think that I don't want you to miss what I'm saying. I think that what they feel as if is the most attractive thing about that person, like for instance, missionary, I think some women know, everybody knows where they're attractive at, and they don't want you to see where they're not attractive at. So, like I said before, a woman that is proud, all them back shots, right? All the ass pics on IG, especially if she had her ass done, she not gonna give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you hitting from the back or not. A woman that is more attractive in the face as if she feels, because she don't know what the man's attracted to her about. The
Yeah.
man could be attracted to her about her ass, and she might feel like her ass is sunk in. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
all
I get what you're
pushed the fuck in,
saying.
caved
I
in.
get
You
what
know
you're
what I'm saying?
saying.
So
A lot of
same thing about
people.
a nigga though. Same thing about a nigga though. A nigga, that goes back to what you were saying. A nigga might not think that he's working with enough for this bitch, so he might not be like, look, I don't want to whip nothing out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want no head. I don't want to whip nothing out because I might think she might judge me, but she don't even know that I got the motion of the ocean. That's what a lot of women say, but a lot of women say also is the size of the boat. It depends on who you are, but that right there makes me feel like there's insecurities that play with that shit. And that's just how I feel. I don't give a fuck. That's how I feel. But
Yeah.
you have to have a certain setting sometimes, and it's not even sometimes, every single occasion, because I've had it where there was this one fling that I had, and I can tell that she wasn't fat, she wasn't nothing, she wasn't husky or anything. But some women have that little tummy, and she probably was insecure about that because she probably didn't have a tummy before.
Well,
And
okay.
she
Why are you
don't
saying?
want me
Why
to
was she
see,
insecure about it?
huh?
Why are you saying she was insecure about it?
I
Or are you
can
about to
tell
explain
because
that
every single time I hit, it had to be with the lights off,
part? Okay.
or it
Understood.
had to be from the back.
Understood.
It had to be from
Yes.
the back, and I
I
don't
come.
care.
Uh-huh.
I'll do. What I'm saying is, I'll do missionary, but
It's just not
it's
your
like she
favorite.
did
It's
not want me to see
right.
any front of her stomach at all while she was naked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and I understand that, and I don't want to say I respect it, but I understand it to a point where it's just, this person is
I mean,
working.
there are some people that have sex with their clothes still on.
I kind of like that. I kind of, in a sense, that's a fetish for me though.
I feel
It's a
like
fetish. It's a fetish
okay,
for me.
that's
It's almost like
understandable.
we can't even get to the goddamn taking off the
Okay, well,
clothes.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's acceptable if it's a quickie, like
It don't
type
have to be a quickie
ordeal.
now. I'm just saying. Sometimes I'll
Yeah,
say
I
this
mean, it
though.
just yeah, I get it. That's your fetish.
Sometimes when
I
women wear
completely
bras, I'm just
understand.
shouting it out. Niggas sometimes like it when women wear bras instead of just letting things fly out. Now, some men don't like that shit. Like I think I seen a post by Plies, and Plies is like, I don't like the motherfucking titties all perky and shit because it looked like, what do you say? It looked like when you burn yourself when you cooking food and you get that little boil. He said,
Oh my
I'm
god,
not with that shit. That's what
I'm
he
done.
said though. But I'm a
Right,
nigga that I like, you know what I'm saying? I like it pushed up. I like to see the goddamn shit bulging out your shirt. Everybody has their own prerogative.
right, and that's true.
Bobby Brown.
Yeah, that's facts. Everybody just got to figure out what theirs is. That's all. Well,
This nigga Keith is burnt.
you said burn?
No, I'm just talking shit. This nigga, I'm saying
Oh,
he's funny. He's funny.
yeah. That was a good answer. I think that it was something for sure that I know that I said that I wanted us to talk about. And did we kind of already cover it? Do you remember?
You didn't even. How you reminded me of something? You what?
You remember? We were supposed to. It was something that I wanted to talk about. I told you about it because we had kind of talked about it already, and I said that I wanted to bring
Was
it
it
up.
tonight? Was it tonight? Was it tonight? Because I remember if it was tonight.
No, we didn't
Like
talk about it. We didn't talk about it.
I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about on camera. I'm
It
talking
was for tonight. Yes.
when I called you earlier.
Mhm.
Okay, it was about sex toys.
Okay, because I'm like, it was something. Okay.
Yes, I have a great answer for that.
Okay.
I
So for
think I
one,
have a
have
great
you ever
answer.
used a sex toy on a partner?
I have, and before, and I was like, I don't need no sex toy. I got my, you know what I'm saying? I got my man piece on me. I don't need it. But it almost goes like this though. It almost goes like this. It's a form of you experiencing different things, and also
Yeah.
in sex, men. It's mainly men. Some women might do it too, but you're not just trying to please yourself. And at first, it almost goes with head too. I used to be a nigga when I was very young, because I actually like very much giving head right now. I do, as a grown ass man, I love giving head. But at first, I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You have to think about the other person and their pleasure. You know what I'm saying? If this is what yeah, I'm not saying because it's also an insecurity thing too. Some men don't want to do it because they're like, nah, my shit should be enough. Yeah, your shit should be enough, but she might want, this might be her fetish. Just like for some people, they might, or some men might want to fuck a girl, she on top of him, and he got titties in his face all motherfucking night. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas might want to fucking hit it from the back all fucking night.
Yeah, it's all,
Some women
yeah.
might want to
Everybody
vibrate
just
her on
has
their
to be
fucking clit while
honest
you
about
eating
what
that
it
shit.
is that they like.
Exactly. You want to please that person to the fullest capability because, again, back to the shelf shit. Even though you might have that motherfucking Wayne, there might be a nigga that had that motherfucking Wayne, but he motherfucking stuck that vibrator in that motherfucking girl's clit, and she liked that shit more. So that movie, from her opinion, is much better. So she's trying to get you. She's trying to teach you. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
no, yeah, I've done it, and I've gotten past that point where you shouldn't just be so self.
Have you ever let someone handcuff you or tie you to a bed or to a door?
No, no one's ever done that to me yet.
Would you let somebody
I,
do that?
I listen. If a girl want to goddamn try to do that shit to me, then she's more than welcome. I would.
Okay.
I wouldn't. I've never been tied up before. I ain't gonna lie.
Mhm.
And listen, I'll put it like this: ain't no time for no goddamn tools when it comes to me. But I would not say no because
Okay,
again,
so
everything's experience.
do you believe in foreplay?
Yeah,
Okay, because
but I
a
don't
lot of
believe in planned foreplay. That's not real foreplay to me. I like spontaneous. Like,
how do you plan foreplay?
okay, I'm just
People
saying.
do that?
Some people do it. Some people, okay, go get the mask, go get the cuffs. Da da da. Don't go. That's what some married couple people
You
shit.
saying like what's understood don't need to be explained?
Yeah. Foreplay, yeah. There's some
Yeah.
people that, like I said, go get the cuffs. I'll be ready. I'll have the key. I'll have the lock. Nah, sometimes, listen, the biggest foreplay, uh, the biggest foreplay is unplanned.
Yeah, I think that everything is best unplanned. Just like you said
That's
earlier, spontaneous. Like I just think that that's the route to go.
spontaneous sex.
It's not gonna get any better than that.
Sex also, and I'm not saying that this is a good thing, but sex that you're not supposed to have is also
We
very.
have a question. I'm trying to make sure that I understand it. It says, when you're having sex, do you think she feels it in the vagina? So you go hard in it, or do you care? That's
I'm
all I
already
got.
hard before I get in the vagina. What kind of question is that? Say that again.
Can the manager?
Yeah, help me out.
So the
Hold on.
question is, just see a little bit.
Hold on.
What?
When you are having sex, do you think she feels it in the vagina, so you go harder in the vagina, or do you think that the sensation is in the clit? Do you try to?
Oh, okay. So it's okay. So when you're having sex with somebody, are you trying to pleasure them in a way that stimulates their vagina or their clit? Which do you feel has the most sensation? Which do you try to focus on so that she gets her pleasure?
A grown man would do both at the same damn time. Just so you just all of the above. I'm just saying because I've been with different flings. I've been in a relationship, and you just want to eliminate all. You want to check everything off the list. You check.
Right.
No, none of that. If you want to be the best, be the best that you can. You don't want her to think about nobody else. You knock the shelf down. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. You're supposed to go check everything off the list.
Yep, I completely agree.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't want her to second guess. Like, you want to be like, yo, he did everything he could. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said ruin her night or her day. You're right. That answer was so correct because her night can make her fucking day the next day if you whack that ass.
Yes, come on.
You're correct. Yes.
Absolutely. Well, I don't have any more questions. I think you did a phenomenal job. If you have any questions for me, you can ask some, but you know.
No, I'm good. I think I don't have any questions for you. I don't have any questions. You've answered all my questions. Other people have answered my questions. This was actually very fun. I'm happy that you invited me. And if you ever would like for me to come back, I most definitely will. You know I will.
Yes.
And I really am inspired by what you're doing because as of right now, like I said, there's no judgment here at all. This is supposed to help people be fine with who they are. And there's nothing wrong with who you are. Just find out who you are so you can determine what you want and stop pretending.
Yes, exactly. And that is all. I just want people to be comfortable and feel like they have a safe place where they can ask questions. Like a lot of people do actually talk to me about a lot of different things. And I like the fact that they feel comfortable with coming to me because a lot of people make individuals feel uncomfortable about trying to figure their stuff out.
Because they're uncomfortable with who they are. But that's okay.
Exactly. Yes. Well, I'm so glad that you were excited to come on the show tonight. I'm so glad that you did. I think that everything went well. I think you did a great job answering the questions. I do believe that you were very honest and genuine in your answers. And I love you so much.
I love you, sis.
So yeah. I think that we're done. Say goodbye to everybody. Let them know where they can find you again. I appreciate you all. And don't forget to tune in next Saturday because I have another guest coming on and we're actually going to do a fun head talk.
Ooh,
but Kali, go ahead. What?
Talking about pop my shit, I'm going to pop my shit. So my name is Evan Johnson. Majority of the people as of today know me as Kali. I am __ self _ motivated _ on Instagram. That's where you can find me at. I am a leasing agent and soon to be real estate agent. So if you're looking for a place to stay, I most definitely can help you out. And thank you for tuning in to my sister's podcast, basically.
Right? Yeah, so awesome. I thought about doing a Zoom call, Tiffany, but I don't know. It's like I'm not that tech savvy and I'm trying to figure out where exactly I'm going with this, but I did think about doing a Zoom call. I think that will be really fun. So I'll probably get that together at some point, but I appreciate you for tuning in for the second week in a row. all the way from California. You know, I love you and I miss you so much.
Hey.
But oh yeah, Tiffany from she lives in California, Cali.
Hey, I'm from LA. But I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you as soon as we get off here, okay?
Alrighty, have a good night. Thank y'all for tuning in. Good night.
Bye-bye.